This is my favorite cast. I'm so glad I got to chat with you, Frida, for the third time.
Oh, thank you. It's good to see you.
Great to see everybody as well, too. Andie, MacDowell, Chyler, Leigh, Evan Williams, and Sadie Laflamme-Snow are back for season number 3 of The Way Home on Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Plus. Thank you all so much for your time today.
Thank you for having us.
Andie, let's go ahead and start with you. Dell, obviously some pivotal moments with Jacob, her emotions with Kat as she's taking her relationship to the next level. Obviously, Dell's own relationship. I mean, talk a little bit about, what we're seeing Dell going through in season number 3.
Well, I think the most interesting part is, for me, for my character, is the loss of being able to raise my son and struggling with that reality that he was raised by somebody else. I think that was a really interesting part of this season for me, and I really loved that.
And Kyla, let's talk a little bit about this journey for you. Obviously, a lot of healing moments, but you're also the mom to teenagers, and kind of your relationship going to the next level with Elliot. I mean, talk a little bit about what you're going through in this season.
Oh, it's funny. I was like, in my life? Yeah, you're right. You pretty much, I got teenage girls. I think there's also that piece of, for Kat, now that Jacob is back, she's sort of in that, now what do I do, at least in the beginning. And so Elliot and Kat at this point have had more time to focus a little bit more on their here and now and what that looks like, and kind of jumping back and forth between the honeymoon phase and the what is reality. And so for them, definitely in making that decision to move in together, big steps, and see how that goes. They're opposite in some ways, which can be delightful, or not.
Opposites do attract, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of parallels between what Dell is going through as far as Jacob and having your son back, and they're grown up now, and Kat's kind of had a little bit of that, the taste of that, when Alice comes back from her summer trip and going like, whoa, wait a minute, everything's moving super fast. I'm not ready for that. So it's a lot of newness, I think, for everybody, but also for Kat in particular.
And Evan, especially, there's some some wonderful moments, but also some challenging moments between them. You also get to do some time traveling. I mean, talk a little bit about what we're seeing Elliot go through in season number 3.
Well, we see Elliot change at the end of season 2 through getting to time travel. And so in season 3, we're seeing what the fruits of that are. And we're seeing the character getting stronger. He's getting votes of confidence. Alice says it's cool if her mom comes and moves in. Dell really supports Elliot with his dad when his dad shows up and is kind of an unsavory fellow. I'll say unsavory.
I like that.
It's
Unsavory.
the polite way to say it. And
non-umami.
Yeah, non-umami.
Yeah.
And so we're seeing what he's up against, and I'm rooting for Elliot because if he can really kind of learn how to move into his masculinity, then anything's possible. And now that Kat and Elliot are living together, potentially some sparks will fly. We'll see.
Yeah.
We cannot wait to continue watching. Sadie, I want to talk a little bit about your character, because especially from your viewpoint, from season number, from the beginning to now, so many families can relate, because no family is perfect, but we get to see it through your lens. I mean, talk a little bit about maybe the journey that you've been on, and kind of realizing all these different family dynamics, and what your character means to the show.
Yeah, I mean, the first season, Alice is really, time travel is completely new to her, and it transforms her and gives her such a sense of purpose. And I think when we see Alice at the start of season 3, she's kind of ready to stay in the present, and Jacob's back, everything's looking pretty good. But then she realizes that she still has a purpose in the past, and it changes her dynamics with everyone in the present, but especially Dell, because she's going back to the time of Dell and Colton meeting each other, and that sort of origin story that's always seemed like such a perfect fairy tale in her mind. So yeah, there's this sense of purpose, but at the same time, she does shake things up for the family by going back this season, and yeah, there's been a lot to unpack there for them.
That is amazing. Andie, one final question here before we go. Obviously, Groundhog Day is coming up here. But obviously, we still celebrate in the Woodstock area in downtown Chicago. There's celebrations. I mean, just the legacy of this film, not just in the Chicagoland area, but around the world. Favorite memories and just that realization that this movie lives on, year after year, and people still, embrace it, more than ever.
I have so many wonderful memories. Harold Ramis was the kindest man I ever worked with, and from Chicago. I had great memories, a great time on that movie. It was a blessing in my life, and the best thing about it is now it's a term, Groundhog Day. Everybody knows what we're talking about. That happened because of that movie. I love it when I see it used referenced in so many articles and books, and it's it holds a lot of meaning for me.
Yeah, it holds a lot of meaning for us as well, too. We still have those celebrations in Woodstock, Illinois, where the movie was shot, and in downtown Chicago. So that's a wonderful big piece that you get to bring to us. And obviously, every Friday night, you guys all get to bring a special part to all of our families the way home.
Yes, and we're so proud of our show. Thank you for watching.
Hallmark Channel on Fridays, next day, Hallmark Plus. Thank you all so much for your time today.
Thank you.